So, first thing you need to learn about fur cods is read your damn cotton books, because I forgot. Okay. Guys, I do apologize. I just found out that I was running this bad. So, good morning!
Good morning.
Who's drunk? I might be, and I don't know how to tell. Last night was long and wonderful. Don't do that. Guys, this is your first fur con. Who in here is actually at their very first fur con? Son of a... Wow! Okay, I was not expecting that. Guys, fur cons are a magical, wonderful thing, and there's only one huge piece of advice that I can give you about them. That is, know your limits. I start every first fur con panel with that one statement. Know your limits. Last night, 4 people did not know their limits. They are still in bed right now. I laughed at them for an hour. They're funny to me. The things dancing around in their head right now, not that funny. Guys, fur cons and conventions in general are large, wonderful, wonderful parties. Enjoy the party, but always, always know your limits. And to help you with that, to help you make it through an entire convention, there's a wonderful rule, a rule that was started at anime cons quite a time back, and other conventions, and this rule is lovingly known in the fandom as the 6-2-1 rule. Who knows what the 6-2-1 rule is?
That's not the furry image board, correct?
No. Why? Okay. That's a new question. I like that. 6-2-1 rule is nice and simple. Guys, you are in a large convention center. You are going to be trying to have fun all weekend. I want you to make it through the weekend. 6-2-1 rule is simple. 6 hours of sleep a night. Who got at least 6 hours of sleep last night? Who's lying to me? There you go. 6 hours of sleep. 2 meals. And now, I have to go over what a meal is. Because apparently that is not common knowledge. Monster Energy drink is not a meal. Pop-Tarts are not a meal. And I don't know why this needs to be said, but Kix cereal in Jack Daniels is not a meal! I have to add mayonnaise is not a meal now. Thank you for this moment in my life. I can never have it undone. Guys, meals are a balanced meal. There are restaurants on site. There is a Culver's nearby. They serve food like things. What's up?
The Winter Green Grill is the greatest breakfast thing ever.
Is it? There we go. We have a great breakfast place right here. Guys, you need 2 meals. You cannot function all weekend filling your body with sugar and booze. I know I tried. And finally, the rule for 1. Guys, this rule is important to everyone else more than it is to you. And that is the 1 shower. Alone. With soap. Soap is supplied by the hotel. Use it. Who are my fursuiters out there? Shower when you get out of fursuit. Please! There's no elevators in this hotel, so luckily we don't have to deal with the man stink just kind of being bottled up in one place. But we can taste you. Stuff. Uncle Kage likes to say that the human olfactory gland, that is your nose, is the worst in the animal kingdom, and he is absolutely right. Who knows how long it takes a human to get used to a smell? Oh,
42.
42. Oh, you're going to be my fun person, aren't you? It takes the human olfactory gland 5 minutes to get used to a smell. That is how people can work inside of conditions such as in a kitchen where the disposal is totally open that was the worst job of my life. That is how people can work in sewage plants. Guys, 5 minutes after you wake up, you have become used to your own smell. You can no longer smell you. You know who can smell you? Us. Shower. Alone. With soap. Shampoo is nice too, please. Shower. Guys, we're giving you these rules for one specific reason. You see, right now, let's get an idea of where everyone's from in this room. Guys, who are our travelers here? Who traveled more than 4 hours to be here? We have one person that traveled more than 4 hours to be here. Where are you from?
Chicago, Illinois.
You drive very slow. Oh, you were in Chicago traffic.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's more than 4 hours. Did you
Yes,
take
that's
94? Did you take 94?
Yes.
You're stupid. Never take 94 through Chicago.
Well, we always
Basically
take
bullets. When I live here, I can say it. We breathe bullets in Chicago. So he's from 4 hours away. I have been to, there is a gentleman here from Scotland. He hung out last night. He's drunk. Guys, you are being introduced to a whole plethora of pathogens right now. We have people from Chicago, the murder state. Yes, Chicago's its own state right now. Ask anyone who lives outside of Chicago in Illinois.
I'm in the suburbs.
Yeah, see? Guys, you need to keep your body running and moving. You need to feed your body energy. You need those 2 well-balanced meals. You need those 6 hours of sleep. Because if you don't, you might make it through the whole con. And I know, because I could do it too, and I know half of you out there could easily have got here on Friday, not slept, leave on Sunday, and enjoyed the convention, and that's fine. But what's going to happen to you is you are going to come down with that mythical disease, that wonderful disease that follows us from con to con. Who knows it? Con crud. Yes. Con crud. Con crud is that terrible, terrible thing that happens to you after a convention. It's happening to me right now. I can already feel myself getting a sinus infection. So after this panel, I am going to go eat something because food is apparently really good after booze. Please help me. Guys, if you go for 3 days basically, if you just come to this convention, if you just party the whole time and you do not feed the machine that is your body, feed it food, feed it sleep, and keep it clean, you will get sick. And those around you will also get sick. There's a lot of stuff from a lot of people here that your body is not used to fighting. There are a ton of people in a smaller space. Guys, keep your body running. I cannot stress that enough. Please, enjoy the con to its fullest, but if you get sick, you're not going to enjoy the con. You're always going to remember, yeah, you had a good time, but afterwards, your nose was bloody for a day because it's disgusting. Stop. So guys, please, please, please take care of yourselves, and that will help you have more and more fun at this convention. That being said, let's move on to fun things at the convention. Now, it's already Saturday, I think.
Yes.
Yay! And I'm going to watch. I used to have a Fitbit. I don't know where it went. I think I traded it last night for booze. All right. I don't want to check my steps. Guys, who here got the con book? I don't like how few hands went up. They're around. Yes, that. Guys, inside this book is paneling. Panels and programming that the con puts on for you. These are wonderful experiences to meet people. If you go to a panel, you get to meet a person who is hopefully interested in a similar topic that you are. Find panels that interest you, go to them, have a good time. Most importantly, it's a great way to meet people, and that's what the furry fandom is all about. When you go to panels, when you meet people, you will make friends for life, because we are furries and we are weird like that. We just kind of become friends. It's kind of awesome. It's why we love this family for the most part. Because you go to a panel and you meet somebody, and all of a sudden you were chatting with them on Telegram, and now I don't know anyone who Telegram is anymore because you guys are so awesome. Guys, meet people at this con, get the contact and go. Panels are the best way to do that. Go to panels. There are a plethora of panels going on tonight, some of them charity related. I run a lot of the charity track, so tonight you're going to see a panel called Like Comedy Better When I've Had a Few. I'll be drinking again, God help me. And all this is a way for us to sit up there. We're going to have a few entertainers up on stage, giving you guys a show and trying to collect money for charity. Fox and Pepper, if you have not seen them, Guys, they are two of the bigger musicians in the fandom. Unbelievably talented. I believe they have a show in here tonight. I highly recommend going to that show. They are a wonderful, wonderful entertaining group. Guys, take a look at the programming book. Find things that you like and enjoy the convention. That is one of the best ways to enjoy the con. There is a pool at this con. It is quite large, and it has a swim-up bar. Who here is an adult? Go to the swim-up bar.
Wait,
There's a swim-up bar.
adult in what way, 18 or 21?
Don't do that. Don't go to the swim-up bar if you had to ask
You
that
need to
question.
clarify.
I don't need to clarify. Do not drink if you are under 21. Do not drink if you are under 21. Do not drink if you are under 21.
You said adult.
Well, it says a blatant thing. I don't know what's in here. Oh boy. You didn't make it. All right. Guys, actually, kind of glad you said that, and very not glad that you asked that, but room parties. They have. That's good. If you have a room, you want to have some friends over, that's great. Let me be perfectly clear how this works. If there is an underage person in your room and they are drinking, you are in trouble. Yeah, they're in trouble too, but it's your room and your responsibility. Guys, be responsible and know who you're giving. If you are giving any kind of booze, you need to know the age of the person that you're giving it to. You need to make sure that they are over 21. If you're under 21, guys, you're getting other people into a lot of trouble if you are in their room drinking. Don't do it. There is no faster way to ruin not only a convention for yourself, for your friends, and for the people who run the convention than doing something stupid. We are responsible human beings. And I don't joke when I say that because the furry fandom, once again, has gone through its share of insanity. But the furries are very good about this, and we need to continue that trend. Guys, underage people do not drink. It ruins it for everyone, including the convention itself. Guys, if you have a minor in your room and you're partying, it's fine. As long as you are all friends, it's fine. Do not drink. Do not drink if there's a minor present in your room. I cannot stress this enough. Thank you. This is every time. Watching you.
I don't drink, so I don't have a problem.
I love you! You're awesome! All right, where are my fursuiters? My friendly fursuiter, would you please come up here if you don't mind? Thank you so much. Guys, give this adorable fursuiter a round of applause. Would you face the audience? Now, I'm noticing this fursuiter has not spoken to me yet, so I'm assuming that you are a non-speaking fursuiter. Guys, this is a fursuiter. Who here has not interacted with fursuiters before? Okay, there's a few very important things you need to know about fursuiters. Number one, this is not a costume. This is a moving piece of art. You do not have to answer this question. May I ask how much you spend? Are you kidding me? This is a homemade suit. This person made this suit themselves. This is a week's worth of labor and love. Guys, that is an amazing thing. Guys, that is a week's worth of time, energy, and money. I have seen fursuits. I know for a fact there is a fursuit here that is 5 figures. I know this because I was hanging out with him last night, and wow, what a nice suit. Most suits can go in the $2,300 range, give or take. There are $5,000 suits walking around. Guys, these are pieces of art. Treat them as such. So to start, do not tackle a fursuiter! If you would like a hug, the proper way to do this, that is acceptance. Hugs are nice. They are calming. Do not. Would you mind turning it that way? This! Oh my God! Don't do that. They're not expecting it because they can't see you. I like to do this because you look straight ahead. Tell me when you can see my hands. Guys, this is the field of vision. Over here, the fursuiter cannot see me. You cannot approach a fursuiter from the side and they don't know that you're there. You're going to knock them over. It's funny. Trust me, it's funny. But it's also really bad. Please don't tackle our fursuiters. Also, fursuits, they are soft and fluffy. Oh man, are they soft and fluffy. But they're not real fur. So, excuse me, may I touch your fursuit? Proper way, an arm is fine. Wow, that is an incredibly soft fursuit. Arm is fine. If they lean in, the tip of the nose is fine. Do you see how I am using the flat of my fingers? Because if you use your claws, you will get rid of fur. It does not go back. It looks really weird when you have a bunch of claw marks in the suit. People assume things, and then you get invited to room parties that you do not want to be in. This is
Like that guy over there.
like that guy over there. I don't know what just happened. Guys, fursuits have to communicate in nonverbal ways. There is a person inside of this fursuit. Certain things need to be understood as a group about this. Number one, pictures. A fursuit picture. Excuse me, can I take your picture? Thank you. Picture. No flash. If you need a flash, there should be a warning. This fursuiter is in a tunnel right now. If I put my phone to this fursuiter and take a picture and a flash goes off, that fursuiter took its limited vision from here to nothing. Guys, do not flash somebody who's in a tunnel. Please, watch that. Also, don't be this guy. Excuse me, may I take a picture? Okay, 1 second. Oh, somebody Twittered me. Oh man. One moment, I dropped my phone. There, guys. Guys, be ready to take the picture. Take the picture. I lost my phone. Take the picture and let's move along. One, when you take a picture, people will try to stay out of your way. But if you're taking a picture in a hallway, that means people are going to be walking around you the whole time. Please be ready to take the photo. And two, these fursuiters want to go out and perform. A photo is wonderful. Most of them want their photos taken, but they're standing still, they're not performing, and there's only so much time that most people can be in a fursuit. How long have you been in the fursuit today, if you don't mind me asking? How long do you plan on being in the fursuit? Hour at most. Now, I know people that go the whole con wearing their suit. I don't know how they do it. Magic and air conditioning systems in the head. Guys, there was a test done at Aquatifur. They put a thermometer inside the head of a fursuit. It topped out at 130. The air inside the fursuit head, now bear in mind this was a fursuit head, just had eyes, totally sealed, no fans. Guys, it was 130 degrees in there. They are wearing carpeted! They're going to get warm. Eventually, they do need to take off the fursuit, which leads us to the nonverbal communications that everyone needs to know. Do you know the sign for overheating in a fursuit? Close to, yeah. If you see a fursuiter doing this, that means they are overheating and probably on their way to the headless lounge. For those of you who don't know, the headless lounge is a place that you can go to not break the magic. You go in there, you take off the fursuit head, you cool down a little bit. No photography in that room. Guys, that's really important. No photography in the headless lounge. It's the room where fursuiters go to cool off. Now, the reason I tell you this is twofold. One, if a fursuiter is doing this, it is perfectly simple. Do you need anything? They are telling you they are overheating. They might want you to escort them to the headless lounge, or they might just be telling you, and don't take offense to this, I'm sorry for not staying and talking to you. I'm sorry for not taking a picture. I am overheating. Never take an offense to the following very common things. One, asking for a hug, and the fursuiter waving you off. If a fursuiter waves you off for a hug, it probably just means they're warm, sticky, possibly sweating a bit too much to be comfortable with the hug. It's not you, it's them. Probably. 2, if you're trying to talk to a fursuiter and they give you overheating and walk away, they're not trying to avoid you, they're not trying to avoid conversation, they're trying to go someplace where they can take the head off. Never be insulted by that scenario. Never take offense to the fact that fursuiter didn't stop to talk to you for a moment. Would you do me a favor and take a quick seat? This is the other one that has happened far too often. Would you please sit perfectly still, looking down slightly? This is a tired fursuiter. Oh, look how cute it is. It's sitting there and it's all tuckered out. It's all tuckered out, taking pictures of it. If a fursuiter is sitting there, not moving, don't forget there's a person inside of all that carpet. Excuse me, are you okay? Do that! For the love of God! Ask a fursuiter who is not moving if they are okay. And if they do not respond, get somebody to get security immediately. Guys, we all know that the majority of us are drinking, and that's fine if you're being an adult. If you are knowing your own limits, please have your drink. The problem with that is that people who are slightly inebriated are, 1, going to think that they can stay in the fursuit longer, and 2, going to overheat much quicker. And it is uncommon, but happens, where a fursuiter will be sitting unresponsive, and I have seen people taking pictures. Ask if they are okay, and get security. Security here knows how to deal with this, specifically the overheating problem of the fur tandem. They are wearing carpeting. Stay with the person, get somebody to go get security. If there is absolutely no one around, immediately run, find the nearest person to get security, but obviously stay with the fursuiter until security gets there. Do not ever attempt to remove the head. Do not ever attempt to do anything more than stay with the fursuiter so that when security comes, you can call them over and let them know your location. Guys, there is a reason that security needs to handle this. There are people on security at every convention who are trained in this. And depending on a state-by-state basis, there is a world of difference between you making sure a fursuiter is okay, taking off the head, doing anything, and a trained person doing that exact same thing. It is very important that you let security handle that. Okay, guys, let's give our fursuiter a huge round of applause. Now, I call them security because I did not get the name of the group that's working with this con. Some cons have the Dorsi Irregulars. This is a group that has been doing security at a multitude of conventions, furry, anime, gaming conventions, for years and years. They started, I want to say, in the early 80s. Okay? There are 2 or 3 other groups I know of that do security, and that's the wrong word to use. It's the security team because every once in a while they do have to do things in a security-like fashion, and that's what we're used to calling them. But guys, what they really are the people who make sure that the convention is running okay. They are here to help. They are not here to stop a good time. They are not here to be police. They are not here to be your parents. Guys, security at a FurCon, security at almost any convention is just here to make sure that everyone is having a responsible, safe time. If security tells you something, if they tell you that it's time to go back to your room, you should listen. If security tells you that you need to escort your friend back to their room, they are being very nice and very polite. Because what they are saying is, you take them back to their room so that we don't take their badge. Guys, security is here to help keep everyone safe and having a good time. Please treat them as such, listen to them, it's very important. But otherwise, if you ever need anything, security, staff, board of directors, any of these people you should be able to walk up to, ask any question you want. At the very least, they can send you to the right place. And if you ever do need security, never think twice about finding them and talking to them. That is what they are here for. Utilize that tool if necessary. Guys, they're just congoers like us. They're here to keep us safe. Please, please, please utilize that. All right, does anyone have any questions? Oh, you guys are easy. I like this. Oh, you keep like half putting up your hand. Is it a Chicago question? Is it what street to avoid bullets on? Because it's not 87th, I'll tell you that right now. There's a nice little hole in my car, it's pretty. What, I'm from Chicago, we breathe bullets.
There's a reason why we call you Dadfly.
Yes, oh, thanks. Guys, does no one have any questions? We're gonna finish with how I like to. There's two topics. One, most fur cons are family conventions. Are there any families in the room right now? I think I see a few. That's awesome. That is awesome. Sharing this with parents, with siblings, guys, this is a wonderful, loving fandom, and I'm so glad to see more and more families here. Guys, it's a family con. I am a very lewd person. I swear far too much. I actually do it for a job. And I need to get better about it. But so do all of us. It's a family con. Guys, in the hallways, walk around, watch your language. Don't forget, this is all ages, and we want to keep it all ages. And you guys are very good about that, but every once in a while, we just need a gentle reminder. Guys, it's an all ages con. Watch what you're doing in the hallways. Watch what you're saying. There are younger people that can hear you, and while they know what the word means, they don't know yet that it's totally okay to say it in public. Don't. Two, we're furries. Guys, you are among the nicest, kindest, most generous people on the planet. It's one of the reasons that I will never, never leave the furry family. Furries are wonderful. This is the place to make friends, to make new acquaintances, to have a good time with people with a similar interest to you. Guys, thank you so much for being at this convention. Thank you so much for listening to this. If you need anything, my name is Alkali. You can ask me any questions, anytime, anywhere. I'm doing a few shows tonight, a few comedy shows. One of them is not all ages because, you know, it moves. The other one is all ages. I hope to see some of you there. And guys, go bring us a charity this weekend. If you do not know, they bought a piece of land in Mexico. Puerto Rico. I have done that like 4 times now. They bought a piece of land in Puerto Rico. The zoo there is basically destroyed. There are 300 animals looking for a home. Now they have the land. They're trying to make the money to relocate all 300 of these animals. As we're still human, we do what we can to make sure that our lives can live on. Animals can't do that. They need our help. That's what the charity is here for this weekend. If you can, give. If you can't, don't worry about it. We're furries. We'll manage. Guys, my name is Alkali. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the convention.